It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies, current releases, coming attractions, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hello, Jim.
Hey, hey.
And the man who has 2 Celine Dion CDs in his car as we speak. Hello, Murray.
That is right, and proud of it.
Nice. So, with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Well, this week on the podcast, we talk about what we saw in the theaters last week. Bryce may not like it, but we are going to talk about Jaws.
Whatever.
Also, what's coming out next week in theaters? New releases to streaming we saw. Open Rage, Murman Minute, the list, Rage or Dare. Then we crank up the metal and we bang ourselves out of here. San Francisco style, and I don't mean like bread.
Whatever that means.
You'll find out next week if you tune in. So, what did we see in theaters this last week? We only got one, didn't we? New one.
One new one and one really old one that you guys partook in, but I didn't.
Special party.
Yeah, so I wasn't even invited.
That's not true.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't remember getting an invitation.
We would have needed a bigger boat.
We would have needed a bigger boat.
Nice.
Priceless. No, but Sundays is Bryce Day with his wifey poo. So you were asked, but you were like, Sundays is a big X. Nay. On the movie, nay, whatever. How do you speak pig Latin? I don't know.
I don't remember any of that. But anyways, what we did see, though, was First Cow from 2019. First Cow was so very, very good. A Chinese immigrant and a cook seek their fortune through baked goods in Oregon with the help of the first cow in the territory. If that is not the setup of a quality movie, then I do not know what is. This was
apparently not.
This was a story of friendship, a story of what, 2 gentlemen have to do to get by. It was a thriller. It was a comedy. And at its heart, it was a tremendous heist movie.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
It really was. I absolutely loved it. This was absolutely a mondo for me. And I'm interested to hear what you say, and I'll comment.
I'm sure you will. So I have to talk about the beginning first. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen this movie. And it is streaming, I think, on video on demand. So I think it's one of those $20 deal things because it's kind of just come out in some small theaters. Sure. So, yeah, because I actually saw it, I think, on iTunes when I was looking at what's coming out this week.
Right.
And it did show it. So, the beginning. The beginning was enough that it almost ruined the entire movie for me. By the time it got to the end, I'm not kidding. I had to really debate.
Why you're harping on this.
I had to really debate whether or not it ruined the entire movie for me, and I thought long and hard about it. Which day did we see this? Last Friday?
Did we? No, we didn't see it on Friday. Did we?
Monday.
You went to something on Monday.
It was Monday.
Yeah,
we saw it Monday. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about this nonstop since then. I haven't even really done much work because I can't focus at work trying to think about whether or not it has destroyed the movie for me. So
it was like a 2-minute segment. Just
I know.
Forget
Who
about
thought
it.
that
Move
2
on.
minutes could destroy a movie?
For crying out loud.
Now, I'm going to say I'm still giving this a mondo.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to say it's a super baked expectation mondo.
Fair enough. I agree with that assessment.
So, can we just talk about Cookie for a little bit?
Let's talk about Cookie.
Cookie's one of the main characters.
Yes, he is.
And I believe he is played by our buddy John Magaro. Right?
Yeah, I believe that is him.
Yeah. So, I've never seen a more likable character in my entire life.
He really was.
I'm not gay, but if I was gay, Cookie would be my man. I'm just saying, I want to hug him and,
a good dude.
put him in like a little baby, rock him to sleep at night. He's just adorable. When he is milking the cow cow, and he's talking to the
talking to the
cow.
cow, yeah.
I'm just like, hey, cow, I'm going to milk you today.
Yep.
And then just having a conversation with the cow going
so
one
good.
way. He's just amazing. And,
Yep.
you know, it kind of brings up.
That, by the way, just to get in for a second, then when they actually do end up seeing the cow outside of this situation, the cow totally loves him.
Oh,
too.
totally.
The cow
It's
is
almost like it
he's
gives it away.
It totally gives him away. If anybody was paying attention that had any brains in that,
In the evil side of this
side
operation?
of this operation.
Well,
yeah.
which actually, in all honesty, there's not really an
isn't.
antagonist in this
No,
movie.
there isn't.
It's just everybody's living to try and
that's
live,
the whole
to
thing.
survive.
They're getting by. They're doing
Right?
what they have to do. Having said that, they're doing what they have to do, and then maybe getting a little greed gets
Yes.
in there, and they're kind of pushing it a little
planting
too.
the seed of
And
greed.
it's not Cookie that's kind of doing the pushing either.
Well, but they both kind of bounce back and forth through the
they
movie.
do, but
That they basically kind of talk about.
all the ambition and all the big plans are never Cookie's. Cookie's just trying to get by.
And I know they say he's a cook, but is he a cook? He's really a baker.
He's really a
Come on,
baker,
let's
yeah.
face it. And actually, one of the things they didn't also talk. There's so many not. This goes back, and I know I'm looking directly at you on this. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you.
What, me?
Well, maybe who's listening too, but specifically you right now.
Yes.
Because when we talk about too much dialogue in a movie, this movie does not have that. There's so much character development in this movie
Without
all the wasted dialogue.
Absolutely, it was an excellent movie. It was filmed in this way. There are a billion ways to make a really good movie, Jim. This was one of them.
But when you have unessential dialogue,
sometimes wall-to-wall dialogue does the job too.
It never does. I've never seen a movie with unless it's really intelligently written, which I
All
find very rare.
Glenn Ross is just
Yes,
wall-to-wall dialogue.
But that's a very intelligently written dialogue.
Yes,
I just want to leave it at that.
I rest my case.
Yeah. Well, we can drum up all the ones that have had terrible dialogue. You know what? And the reason it made me think about it,
Yes.
we're not going to talk about it for long,
Yeah.
but I saw that, oh crap, Quentin Tarantino wrote it, but he didn't direct it. It was directed by
What, True Romance?
True Romance, thank you.
Yeah.
And that
That
dialogue is still not great. It's
What?
No, it's
That-
not. I
that-
went back and listened to it.
That scene.
The scene, though,
That
is
scene
good.
between Christopher Walken
Yes.
and Dennis Hopper
Yes,
is
is
like one of
brilliant.
the top 10 scenes
Oh,
ever.
That is brilliant.
Oh
I
my
100%
God.
agree with you on that.
All right.
But that was the only scene in the movie that I
That's
liked.
all I remember about the movie.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
much
all you have to remember about
That's-
the movie.
that's true. That
you know what that scene makes it?
a short.
Mondo.
You and your fucking Mondos like they're candy. So the other thing I just want to say is this was probably one of the best slow building movies
It's so
I've
good.
seen in a long time.
Yep.
It was like, and I say it, like breadcrumbs of suspense building to a giant loaf of excitement.
It's such a good heist movie.
It is a good heist movie. Murray, you got to see this one when it
And there
comes
was a
on
cow
screen.
in it.
And there's a cow.
There's a cow.
Actually,
I was hoping for a little more cow.
Yeah, so-
not cowbell, but cow.
yeah, so if you look at IMDb, and you
Yes.
know how I complain about IMDb and how they list their stars, at least
Did they list the
Evie
cow?
the cow
Evie the cow got it.
got credit.
'Cause that's the
her
fir-
name is Evie.
Oh, I knew that because I read the credits at the end of the movie.
And Orion Lee, who's the main actor in it, shows up at like 12th on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to stop sorting it by popularity. They need to sort it by...
I think this was I think it might have been in order that they appeared in the movie is why he would have been down there.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's what they did with this one.
Well,
if memory serves me correctly, because I think What's Her Head that started the movie was the first one on there. Wasn't
no,
it?
Joe
Oh, really?
Magnos.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So you're wrong.
I'm
But
wrong.
that's okay. That's happened once
Yeah.
before. All right. Well,
Just
let's
once.
move on to, I think, one of mine, probably everybody's. Actually, Marie, I'm going to let you talk about this first, just because I want to look up where it was on my favorite horror movies of all time while you're doing that.
All right. Well, our favorite cinema of the globe was showing the 45th anniversary of Jaws from 1975. And, of course, directed by Steven Spielberg, his first big movie, which, of course, went over budget, and he was in danger of being fired pretty much every day he was on the set.
Really?
And, the shark didn't work, so they basically went to shoot stuff that didn't involve the shark, which made it actually scarier.
Yeah.
And, of course, Dreyfuss and guy who played
Ray
Robert
Schreider?
Quint,
Robert Shaw? Yeah.
hated each other.
For sure. For real?
In real life, they hated each other.
Really?
So
chemistry works
all
then.
Stuff in the movie was not really made up. That's how they felt about each other.
That's kind of cool.
But yeah, it's a classic, and yeah, I've seen it at least 45 times.
Yeah,
maybe more.
Yeah,
but
and
yeah,
it was its 45th anniversary.
45th
I've
anniversary.
seen it twice.
And
what? What is wrong with you?
It was okay the first time.
You are
It was okay.
Such a child.
It was okay the second time.
you are brain dead.
That's right.
It was a meh.
Oh my god. Okay? So it was my number 3 favorite horror movie of all time.
Meh.
Really wedged in with all those zombie movies.
Yes, with all the zombie movies available, it was my number 3. Keep in mind, I saw this when it first came out in the theaters. So
You're like 10.
I was like somewhere around that. I'm not
Wow.
telling everybody my age.
Wow.
I saw
was
Jaws
like-
3 in 3D in the theater.
Okay, that's the problem. Is that one ruined the rest of them for you?
Yeah, it was cool at the end where they blew him up and all.
Yeah, and
the
they all started
Jaws
flying
actually
at
came
you?
at you. Yeah, it was good
Oh,
stuff.
it's just terrible. Even the
Yeah,
second one was
it
terrible.
It was pretty bad.
I'm just gonna play the Walter Mercado on this, and I will have you guess my age. So, Jaws, we got to see the 45th anniversary edition
In the theater, yeah. Yes.
It was priceless to me.
Right
and
on.
every time I see this movie, I still see things that I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
I've seen this movie so many times because sometimes when you see a movie that many times, you're not actually looking at the movie after
you're-
a while.
you're
You kind of
listening
look
to it.
away, or eating
Yeah.
popcorn, or
Yeah.
you're doing things with your hands, playing with yourself, or doing whatever.
whatever. Yeah.
But this time I watched the whole thing and I was kind of like, holy shit, I didn't remember that, and
Yeah.
didn't remember that.
One part actually made me jump, and
was it the head part?
It didn't. Yeah, it didn't like the last
17
10 times I've seen it, but it just. You think I would be ready for it, but it just still caught me off guard, so it made me jump still.
Now
so.
this movie was
Because you got to watch it in the dark in a theater this time.
Do you have a useless fact about how many times they say the word shark?
I don't have the exact number, but I do have a funny anecdote about it. Jim, before he moved to his swanky new condo, had a big backyard, and he liked to show movies, like a drive-in. And we actually screened Jaws one night with a bunch of friends. And one of our friends, who had a little of the wacky tobacco and maybe a little bit of alcohol too, said, they only actually say the word shark 3 times in the whole movie.
And nobody fact checked it.
And we're like, that's
Nobody
not
fact-checked
right.
it.
Yeah.
No, I believe I fact checked it, and there was like a video on YouTube or something.
But you did that afterwards. We decided to make a drinking game out of it. And every time they did say the word shark, we were going to take a drink.
And everyone got drunk.
Every single person was hammered. They couldn't drive
pretty
home.
much. It was a fun time.
It was
But
a
yeah,
good
they
time.
say it a lot more than 3 times.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around 100 and some.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't drink the alcohol.
I know, but you could have
guess
been a designated driver.
I would have been driving everybody home.
Yeah, you could have. Next time we have it.
And in your little smart car?
Yep.
Yep.
Fit everybody in there.
Take one at a time, I
Yeah,
guess.
one at a time.
Add a U-Haul on the back and keep dragging us
Exactly.
along.
Yeah, that's the only thing new. I mean, I actually know what the number 1 movie this past weekend was,
What?
which I watched last night on TV. Empire Strikes Back. In the United States of America, that was the number 1 movie.
Whoa.
Not surprising.
And it was,
People do love Empire.
and they showed it on TV like last night, so I watched it again. But
There you go.
it's no Rogue One, but it's pretty good.
That's true. They showed that one too, but
Okay, so what did we see? What are we seeing next week?
next week there's nothing coming out next week.
There
There
is.
is.
What the hell you say?
There's
I'm
another
telling you.
45th anniversary edition.
There is. It's
And
back-to-back weeks of 45th anniversary.
yeah, and we're gonna see what? What are we seeing?
We are seeing Abe from apparently at an
Plaza?
initial release of 2019. I think it was doing like the festival circuit though. Abe is a 12-year-old boy from Brooklyn. He tries to unite his half-Israeli and half-Palestinian family through food. Sounds kind of
Sounds
good.
delicious.
It does sound delicious. Stars Noah Schnapp, which many of you would know from as Will from Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
It looks like a good little film, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You had me at solving problems with food.
There you go. That's what he's trying to do.
And I always find these kind of movies interesting too, where you have what a lot of people would think are polarizing ethnicities.
Oh, and
actually in the same family.
Yeah. Oh, they are.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, so how did they get together in family? But
yeah.
Anyway, we won't talk too much about politics and cultural dysfunctional. So we'll have to see the movie, and then we can talk about it, I guess.
Absolutely.
See what
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. But we are going to see at the Globe this weekend.
By the way, Abe is playing at the Plaza if you're here in Calgary.
Yep. We're going to go see Dolemite, the 45th Anniversary Edition. After he is released from jail, a pimp takes on the criminals and corrupt police officers who framed him in the first place. Now, for those of you who saw... What's the one we saw with Eddie Murphy?
Dolemite is my name.
There you go.
Yes.
So this is the actual Dolemite. This is from the movie. So everybody who's listening, if you loved Dolemite is my name, make sure you show up at the Globe. And it's playing at 9 o'clock. It may be playing all weekend, but it's definitely playing at 9 o'clock on Friday, and Film Rage will be there. So hopefully we see you out.
Sounds excellent.
Yeah, so that's our plan for what's in the theaters. So, you know what that means. Let's dance.
Dance time.
Streaming. Motherfucking streaming. We're just streaming. Bryce.
Streaming.
And Murray, he doesn't do much streaming.
I don't stream.
And here comes the pizza.
All right.
Okay, so we saw...
Yeah, we saw The Old Guard.
Okay, before you talk, do you know that Charlize Theron is doing a thing on social media right now, whereas if you do all these things like stuff and donate, I think a minimum of just $10 to this charity, you could potentially win a meeting with her.
Why would I want to do that?
Well, if she wasn't off our
so you can give it to
Undoubted list, if she wasn't off our Undoubted list, it might be something we would want. Perhaps we could have had her come on the podcast.
Maybe
that is true.
Maybe I'd want to meet her directly after she did Mad Max Fury Road, but I'm kind of done with her myself.
Oh, good. Are we gonna have the same rage this week?
We are not. I went a different direction.
Oh,
but
okay.
I could have had your rage had you not claimed it first.
Snooze you lose, baby.
That's what happens, and I'm usually snoozing with the old rages. Takes me a while. Anyways, The Old Guard, 2020 on Netflix. I guess this was about a bunch of immortal mercenaries who want to keep their identities a secret, and they seem to do some good in the world, I guess.
They do.
But now their secret identities have been compromised, I guess. I don't know. This was terrible. I didn't even care about any of the characters. Some of the plot points just seemed so forced. The backstory was poorly presented. I'm still a little confused about what's going on in it.
I love sometimes when you play dumb like that.
I'm all for trying to start up a non-comic book superhero franchise.
It is a comic book story, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
This was actually a comic?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, well then anyways.
Then that makes it worse?
That makes it even worse. I thought it wasn't.
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, you look it up while it...
But you bitch about it?
But either way, the worst part of this movie was the fact at the end that they teased a sequel. So, I don't want to sit through another one, but I just have this sneaking suspicion that if they release a sequel, I'm going to end up watching it. And for that, it gets a double rage.
Well, you don't have to watch it.
I'm going to have to watch it.
You might be dared to watch it.
Yeah, we're both going to end up watching this stinking piece of crap. It probably won't even have Charlize Theron in it. It'll probably have Colby Smulders in it. She's trying to do her Colby Smulders impression anyways with the haircut.
Yeah.
She kind of looked like Justin Bieber in this, actually.
She did, actually. I was kind of hoping we'd hear some Justin Bieber music in it.
I thought she'd start doing the old heart thing, with the hands.
Yeah. Maybe.
That would have been cool.
Then maybe, did you watch it all the way to the end? Maybe she did at the end.
I watched the credits, the whole deal, hoping for maybe a little thing at the end where we get the little heart. No, didn't happen.
Let me talk about what I thought about this movie.
I thought
it's going to surprise you.
Before you go, I honestly thought I was watching Justin Bieber for like the first 20 seconds.
If you hadn't read the credits?
No. Before, like, I didn't know that was Charlize Theron the first time that she's on screen. I thought it was Justin Bieber. I swear to God. And then they finally had like a close up, and she took her sunglasses off.
He's not that tall, though.
Well, but it was from a distance when we saw her first, so I thought it was I thought it was the Biebs.
The Biebs.
I totally thought it was the Biebs,
Totally
but it wasn't.
it
It
was
was Charlize Theron.
So, Daddy not like Daddy love. Charisse at her ass-kicking, dick-punching best. She was so angry and full of rage through the whole film. Her pouty, angry demeanor was just the sassy Superwoman movie I've been missing since seeing The Hunt in March. I only wished I saw it in theaters. This is what I thought up until about 10 minutes into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Then
you actually have to watch it.
It started to get too formulaic, predictable, and uncertain as to why things happen, such as why when there's two guys trapped in the truck en route. These guys are superhero assassins. These guys, like, they're 400, 500, 600 years old, and they can kill people just by, using their pinky. Like, they're supposed to be like the John Wick of Eternals. And there's two of them. All there is their hands are tied in front of them. They could fucking smash the shit out of everybody, and there's only 2 or 3 people in there. I didn't get it. I was like, okay, what are they trying to tell us here?
There was a lot of inconsistencies.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what the fuck? This got to a rage, and by the end, when the skyscraper murder, it kind of redeemed itself and got its way to a low meh.
Right.
Did I mention this motherfucking movie never ends? Oh my fucking God. I pray there is not a sequel. If there is, I don't know if I'm going to see it.
You will.
Charisse, how far you have fallen from Undoubted to maybe soon be doubted in less than a year.
If she keeps on with this stuff, it could happen.
Did I say meh, by the way?
You did.
I think I may have to give it a rage. Wait. Meh. So close to meh. It's on the line.
It's not on
Translucent Death by Skydrop was pretty good. So I'm gonna give this a disclaimer, and I'm gonna say, if I was Bryce with his stupid fucking handouts of Mondos and Maz for one scene in a movie, the skyscraper drop should have moved it from a rage to a meh. I just couldn't give it a meh. It just was too painful for the whole movie. One scene does not dictate how a movie should be rated.
Unless it's between Christopher Walken and Dennis Hopper, and it's one of the greatest scenes that's ever been written.
The skyscraper drop, and the same thing, well, bring up Midsommar. I can't give for the cliff scene, which is 10 minutes of cliff diving.
Oh, that
doesn't deserve.
That whole movie
does not deserve a Mondo.
Love that movie. All atmosphere, all the time.
It was 5 minutes of good.
It would have been. That movie would have been Mondo without the scene that you loved.
No, it was terrible.
It was awesome.
Well, it was a low meh, and I couldn't get it to a Mondo off of the great skyscrapers or Skyfall.
The old guard is a double rage for me, and
it's a rage.
Yes.
I couldn't go. It's actually going to be generating my my open rage this week.
Something to look forward to. That's known as a teaser.
A teaser. Stay tuned. Okay, well,
what else we see?
We saw Greyhound.
Yes, we did.
Which came out on actually we didn't talk. Did we say Old Guard came out on Netflix?
We did.
And Greyhound came out on Apple Plus.
Why?
Yeah, it just did.
I know.
So this, I did a bit of reading on this. They had Apple Plus bought it. Like the budget, I think, for this was like $50 million or something.
Yeah.
And they just out and bought it.
Is that what they did?
Yeah.
Okay, then I am like, whatever. Okay.
I
anyways,
think
tell me what you think of it.
Yeah. So, what did I think of it?
Yeah.
Early in World War II, this is what's about. Early in World War II, Inexperienced U.S. Navy captain must lead an Allied convoy being stalked by Nazi U-boat wolf packs. So I didn't hate this, I think, as much as you did.
I didn't hate it,
Okay, good.
but it is.
It's
go
not.
ahead.
You're not in love with it.
Well,
Who would think boats floating around and chasing after other boats could be as exciting or suspenseful? I love the sea combat, but as it ended and got way to a rah-rah cornball at the end, I was just like, ugh, this is getting way rah-rah cornball.
Pretty
It was too
cornball.
rah-rah cornball. And what's up with the
That's a
ending?
good
The ending was
description.
just terrible. And it gets kind of an anticlimactic meh for me. And
Yeah.
part of that is, what was the point of Elizabeth Shue's character in the whole fucking movie?
Character development.
There was no character development.
For Tom
he could have
Hanks.
showed up. He could have pulled. This is a sign about bad directing to good directing. He could have pulled out like one of those little locket things that people have when they're in the war and stuff, in their their knife pack or whatever they've got, and they could have showed a picture of a woman and a man,
Elizabeth
or
Shue's trying
his
to
boyfriend
break
or his
back
girlfriend,
in.
or it just made no sense. It was kind of like, okay, he's going away to war.
Let
like
her
it was
have
just
a scene in this movie.
it was whatever. She could have been on the torpedo or something, like Dr. Strangelove or something.
That
It could have been. It
that
would have
would've
been
been
much better.
awesome.
We are going to kill. Like the Germans are teasing him all the way through it. We're going to kill you. And we're going to do. I can't do a German accent. Sorry, everybody. We're going to das Boot you. And they could have just put her on that and said, we found this girl and we're going to make her die. And it's Elizabeth Shue. That could have I could have wrote that. It would have been better. But no, they had to put her in the beginning of the movie. And I'm just going, okay, what is she coming back in the movie?
No.
Is this going to be a Titanic?
No.
What was this? It didn't make any sense.
I didn't have a problem.
I'm
with that.
almost
It was
pushing
fine.
myself more to a rage on this. I did really like the
Don't let
boat
one
stuff.
thing make you rage.
I did.
I would
It's okay
never
if you do that. It's
No,
okay if you do that.
Well,
but if I do it, it's not. It's
Yeah,
because it's not my nature to do that. I get it.
I've always
I get it.
I've
I
always
get it.
got solid backing for my rage.
Oh God! Yeah, it's when you give up Mondos and Mez for like candy. That's a whole other story. Okay, well, so what did you think of it? Did you like the boats fighting boats?
Actually, no, not really.
So you-
The one thing it had going for it, it had Tom Hanks actually did a lot of walking around.
the boats.
Unfortunately, there was not too far to wander on this vessel, so
It's a submarine.
No, he's on a
No,
battleship.
It's
or
on a
he-
battle,
Oh,
yeah.
that was a submarine.
He's
Yeah.
battling the U-boats. Or
Either
the-
way, same
Exactly.
length.
Yeah.
Movie was fine. I didn't hate it. It was a war movie, so The one thing I will say, this should have gotten a theatrical release.
Yeah.
This is definitely a movie that should have been watched on a giant screen.
Yeah, where it's dark.
I probably would have enjoyed it more at a theater. In fact, I know I would have enjoyed it more in a theater. Although
Yeah.
I think it still would have been a meh for me.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't have got to
But
anywhere higher than
no,
that.
but I honestly wish I would have saw it in a theater because watching it, even
Well, any grand scale war movie really does need to
Yeah.
be seen in
So the fact that you
theaters.
bring up that Apple bought this
Yep.
kind of pisses me off that they wouldn't release it. And I realize at the time how the times are right now, and maybe they're just trying to get money back on their investment right away here.
Yeah, probably.
But
I mean,
Jeez.
that's a win for Apple, though, right?
Oh, it's
I
totally-
mean, it's got a lot of plus. They
It-
didn't have to go and figure out how to make it now because maybe they're behind in some of their shootings,
But yeah,
right?
they
It's
need-
for original content. So yeah,
this needed to be released on the big screen though.
yeah, agree. Well, maybe at the 45th anniversary, we'll watch it together at the Globe when we're in our senior years.
There you go. In 45 years, we'll be in our...
In 45 years.
In our dead years.
Well, I plan on living 45 more years.
I'll definitely be alive in 45 years. I'm not really looking forward to it, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
whatever.
alive. I'm gonna
Someone
be
can
90.
put me into a wheelbarrow and wheel me down to the Globe. I'll be happy.
There you go.
Cody will still be working there. So yeah, we also saw 7500. So 7500 was playing on Prime.
Prime. It was playing on Prime.
Yeah. So what'd you think of that?
Tell you what it's about here first. Terrorists try to hijack a plane.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
Try
Very,
to.
very original.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Seen this movie before? Well, not exactly.
No, you didn't.
This time it's
You've
shot.
never seen this movie
This
before.
time it's shot within the cockpit for basically the entirety
Entire
of the
movie,
film. Yep. It's an interesting idea, but is it an entertaining one? Well, I feel as though Joseph Gordon-Levitt picked this one as a challenge to himself.
Yep.
He has to carry the entire film within a confined space for a lot of the film, and
Yep.
it's just him reacting to a small video screen showing what's going on outside the door of the cockpit. He is definitely up to the task as he gives his typical stellar performance, but is it entertaining? I'm going with yes, it is entertaining.
I'm going with Oh, the suspense was killing me.
There are genuine tension-filled moments, and there is a realism to the way it was shot, for sure. Not quite Mondo, but not that far away. But I gotta give it a meh.
A high man.
Yeah.
A Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
It's a Joseph Gordon-Levitt meh.
Well, I'm
So
proud
close.
of you. I'm super proud of you, actually, because that would be normally a reason you would give it the Mondo. It's because you loved one performance in it.
You're so good.
So
at
I'm
it.
giving you a high five for that. Real-time action thriller. Intensity and suspense was done very well.
It was.
I love the real time and reality of everything in this film.
Yep.
This had all the great makings of a great, great film. First off, they cast actors in their native tongue. What?
Yes, they did.
What?
It was-
Who spoke their own language?
I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt also wanted to take a trip to Germany because I think that's where it was shot. So
Yeah, well, who wouldn't want to go to
Yep.
Germany? They spoke multiple languages. And did I mention by actors who actually speak the language?
yep, you did.
And if they didn't, like Joseph doesn't, he
Did-
said he couldn't.
Yeah.
What a surprise! Instead of making him try to learn a language for a movie just because they wanted him to speak a language, God forbid that they actually just have him say, "No, I don't speak that," or he speaks one word.
Yep.
They used real actors who were acting in their native tongues. And you know where I'm going with this.
I do.
This is how a movie should be made.
Yep.
This was a real life Mondo for me. I loved everything about this movie.
I understand that.
I just couldn't get over how well these actors haven't even seen any of them before except him.
Yeah, they were all great.
And everybody did an outstanding job. I still have to give it a Mondo just because I felt the suspense through the movie. Like, especially the time, I don't want to give anything too away. People should see this movie because it's not like every other hijacking movie you've seen.
No, it's not.
All real. It's all real time, real life. It really felt like you were part of the cockpit with him.
Yep. No, there were definitely
And there's a point
moments
in
of-
the movie where
Yep.
you do not know whether or not he's going to open that motherfucking door.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going
I
to
thought he
do
was
it,
going to do it too.
and he didn't.
Yep. That's protocol, man.
Yes, it's just protocol
That's
because
the
he
one
knew
thing that you
if he
don't
would
do.
have if he would have opened it, they were all dead.
Everybody's dead.
That's right. And yeah, everything that happened in this, I felt really good about.
Yeah.
I really liked
No,
it.
and I can't argue with anything that you said.
You just couldn't get it to
Just
Mondo.
not quite. It's so close.
Well,
I really liked it. Everybody should check it out.
good. I agree. It's a Mondo. Murray, you should see it. You'd like it. You like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, don't you?
Yeah, he's all right.
Well, you're a big 30 Rock fan, aren't you?
30 Rock.
No.
That's Third
Or
Rock.
Third
from the-
Rock, which I knew it
Third
had a
Rock from
Rock
the Sun.
3 in it.
Yeah, like what, 20 years ago I liked it. Yeah.
Okay, well, you liked
Well,
him,
he
didn't
was
you?
in it.
Yeah. He's improved a bit since that show, but yeah.
What do you mean he was hilarious in that?
It was okay. I mean, that's when John Lithgow, though. I mean,
Oh, you're pro John.
well, no, he was
Wow,
awesome.
who isn't pro John?
Exactly.
Everybody should be. Actually,
Yeah.
that entire
John Lithgow's
Not to get off
awesome.
topic with that, but that whole cast was amazing.
I gotta look into
I
John Lithgow
believe-
now that we. All of a sudden, I'm
You
thinking,
hated him. Murray loved him in.
Oh yeah, he was in a Rage recently.
No, it wasn't a rage. It was a meh for you.
Was it?
Bombshell was a meh for you.
Are you sure?
I'm positive
Oh,
because
yeah,
Murray,
right. Yeah,
Murray
he
and I
was in
both
that.
gave it Mondo, and you gave it a meh.
That
Did
is
I?
true.
Yes, you
That is
did.
true.
All right.
Go back and listen to our podcast.
True.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for what we streamed.
All right, then.
Cool.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Okay, so my rage this week is specifically Charlize Theron. I can't believe someone could fall so far from grace to be, in a matter of really 3 months, 4 months maybe, she was on our Undoubted list. And she sat there pretty confidently because she's made a lot of good movies back to back in there.
Yep.
And then she just happened to start making these big budget, terrible action movies that is, I mean, even if she wasn't removed from the last one, she's been removed on this one. So it's going to take her 8 more movies. And we already see what she's coming out with in the next little while. And it's
not looking good.
It's not looking good for Charlize for a long time. So do I still love her? And am I going to see her in movies? Yes, because I love her. I think she's still great. But why are actors picking terrible movies? I don't get it.
Why are directors making terrible movies?
Well,
why are studios greenlighting terrible movies?
You know what? And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's you and I are just too big of snobs, I guess. Because there's a lot of people that probably like this movie.
How?
No, it's getting good buzz on IMDb. I think it's got like a 7.5.
What?
Sorry, it's dropped. It's now 6.7.
Yeah, it'll keep
Did you go in and rate it?
It'll keep on dropping.
It's not going to... Mark my word. This will not drop below a 6.
It'll be below a 6.
No. Okay, so we want to put money on it? I know you like to gamble.
I don't like to gamble. I make short-term investments on occasion.
Oh, my God, you and your short-term investments. Okay, I'm going to say $10 or movie ticket.
Movie ticket sounds better.
Okay, so
'Cause
pick a
that's
date
legal.
and time.
Movie ticket. Okay.
Okay, by which date do you think it's going to be below 6?
You got to give it a little bit.
So by the end of the summer? So we say September 1?
September 1.
Okay, Murray, marking that down. September 1.
September
we're gonna put
1,
it on
we're going to check
our
out
calendar.
what the rating is. And if
For
it's
the old
below
guard.
6.
If it's below 6, I buy you a ticket.
6 or below?
6 or below? Below
God,
6.
6 or below.
I'll give you 6. I'll give you 6 or below.
God,
I'll give you the 6
6
or below. It's. I should give. There should be odds on that. Spread points on the giving you the 6.
No, 6 or below.
That's what you call negotiation. You just negotiated me out of that 1 point.
I know. That's what I do. I make intelligent short-term investments.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Although it did hit. It was a 7.5 at the beginning of the week.
Oh, it's going to keep on going down.
I don't know. People like kicking ass and punching dicks.
It's got to be that on September 1st, though? Or
September.
Any time if it dips, do I get the...
Are you going to live watch it the whole day for
Every day I'm gonna go in.
$13? You're going to do that?
It's like a stock. It goes up and down.
Okay, well,
Fine.
the first one of us that wakes up in the morning on September 1st
All right. No,
messages the other one.
all right. September 1st, whatever.
Tune in that week, people,
All right.
to see who won the bet.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, my rage, I can't just say it's just about Charlize Theron, but like I personally felt directors have a better opportunity of staying on our Undoubted list or making Undoubted films because they get more creative control in it. But actors, when you're picking a movie, do you not say, this is me, this is a piece of me that I'm putting there? And I don't know, maybe they have to do those things to make money, to eat and stuff. But there's a lot of great actors that pick great movies.
Charlize is not starving there, buddy.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Anyway, that's it for me this week. What you got?
What do I got? All
We
right.
have cops outside is what we got.
Yeah, cops.
Cops. What you gonna do?
They're coming to arrest Jim for what he said about Charlize Theron.
Maybe.
I tell you. All right. Bryce's open rage. Hey, that's me.
You are him.
Yeah.
Today, anyway.
Greyhound.
Sometimes you're Bruce, remember?
Yeah. Well, on your copy, I'm Bruce. Anyways, Greyhound. It was a visual spectacle. Is Apple TV going to make more movies like this? Apparently, they bought this one, which I wasn't aware of going into this, and throw them directly onto their platform, or will they get a theatrical release? Because if they have more on like this on the horizon, they need to release them in theaters. Theaters first, Apple TV second. What would be the point of watching this movie on a 32 or 40-inch TV? What would be the point of watching a movie like this without the benefit of a premium sound system? There would be no point. It is a type of fare that, if this is the type of fare that Apple is looking to make, then they need to release them in theaters, as the small screen with the average sound will not cut it. I have a pretty nice setup, and I venture to say that even my system did not do Greyhound justice. Although having said that, it still would have been a meh. Anyway, I really hope Apple has plans to release movies into theaters in the future, and if not, that kinda sucks.
So I've got it's really a headline off of TheVerge.com. Apple will reportedly release films in theaters weeks before something. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But apparently it looks like they're going to start putting stuff in theaters.
Are they? Good.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't released a lot of stuff as it is.
Because this is one that needed to go.
I would
And I
agree with
realize
you.
the time that we're in, but just delay it a couple months and do it proper.
Yeah, see, I agree with you. I agree with your rage. That hope Apple is like Amazon, which is also like Netflix, which they're getting releases in theater.
Yeah, it took a while for Netflix to do that, though. And maybe,
It did.
yeah.
Well, Netflix was more
They were doing-
concentrated.
they were
They
doing-
had everybody else's content for a while, but
No,
then they started to
they
see.
started doing original content, and then for a while there, it just went directly to Netflix. But then they got big enough that they could start doing the
Yeah.
theatrical
Well, and
releases.
also Netflix.
But Apple started off big. They can just go.
Well,
into
Apple's huge, right? It's just that Apple
Yeah.
Plus is not a lot of people are taking it because there isn't enough content.
Yeah.
So that Apple didn't go and buy stuff, or they started making stuff and they haven't got enough content. So if I was just going to buy Apple, I wouldn't take it. There's not enough on there to entice you, right? So they've been giving it free for people who buy Apple products.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they've got to either buy a bunch of shit that's made and throw it on there to get people to go, oh wow, it's worth it, right? But yeah, I agree. I hope they do the same model as Amazon and Netflix.
Yeah.
For sure. Agree. Well, it's our favorite spot.
Subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
I guess when they finish talking, the rage is officially over.
I guess.
Yeah.
I would still had some rage in me.
Well,
Yeah,
too bad
well.
it wasn't your time, was it?
I guess not.
All right.
Take it away.
This is my turn.
My time. It's
First,
my time.
I want to say I also happen to love Charlize Theron, and I was actually looking forward to this movie until these two guys ruined it for me.
Well, you might like
You
it.
might like it.
But yeah, I'm looking through a list of her
The,
credits.
the movies
and
that you like that I don't can just about fit in the Grand Canyon.
pretty much, because pretty much all the stuff she's done, with a couple of exceptions, the last 10 years, I've liked. So
Well, she just came off our list very recently.
yeah, well, that's because That's because it had to be unanimous. I did not vote for that.
Yeah, but
anyway.
no, it doesn't. If someone gets a rage, they get a rage.
Yeah, well, again,
She's in
it had to be-
danger of being doubted if she keeps on doing what she's doing.
Exactly.
Well, it also has to be unanimous.
Yeah, it's true if Murray gives it a Mondo.
This is correct. Anyway, as fortuitous as it might be, my topic for this week is
I don't know.
good actors that make bad movies.
Oh, isn't that funny? Sorry, I stole your.
You did not steal it because I thought of it on my own as well. But
Good
it
boy.
just- good minds think
Alike.
think alike. But
Yeah.
yes, we just have different tastes.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, as we've known, even the best actor can make horrible movies once in a while.
Yep.
Whether it's for a big paycheck or they actually think it's a good project, nearly all of them have a few blips in their career. Okay, here we go. This is just the top 5 that I
Cool.
thought of. First one, Gary Oldman.
Yeah. I love Gary Oldman.
Apart
Gary
from
Oldman's
his,
awesome.
apart from his Oscar-winning role in Darkest Hour as Winston Churchill,
Oh, so good.
So good.
everything else since 2014 has been either straight to video or just plain terrible.
There's actually been a couple of stinkers here.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of stinkers, like the
Stinkers.
Laundromat Killers Anonymous,
Killers Anonymous was awful.
Hunter Killer.
Not good.
No.
The one I did like, which I will admit is a bad movie, despite the fact that it starred my second favorite Canadian, Ryan Reynolds,
Ooh.
The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Hated it.
Stinker.
But yeah, Gary's he needs to start making better movies.
Yes.
Number 4, Clive Owen.
Love Clive Owen.
He's so good. What did,
So
One
good.
what
of
did he
my
make that was
favorite
bad?
actors. Hasn't had a hit movie in the past decade.
Oh, God, he was in Gemini Man.
Gemini
I
Man.
just watched
Anyone?
that the other day.
Uh,
Bad.
mind you, Song of Names is okay, but it wasn't just him in the movie.
It was excellent.
And it was no big blockbuster.
It was Mondo.
It was an artsy film.
Mondo.
Mon-
The
Mondo.
Informer, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets,
I love that movie.
Killer Elite,
Killer Elite
Duplicity.
was bad. Duplicity
Yeah.
was bad.
Basically, they're just not calling him anymore for anything
It's Hunt and
serious.
Peck is what it is with him.
Yeah. And then number 3, Taraji P. Henson.
Really? Okay, lay it on me.
She can do no wrong on TV, but maybe she should
What?
just
She
stay
stars
there.
on TV?
Yeah, I know you don't actually have a TV, but I do.
Well, I have one, but I don't
yeah,
watch television
since
on it.
Hidden Figures, she's had a string of mediocre movies.
Lay 'em on me.
What Men Want.
Oh, that was awful.
It was so bad.
I watched it.
She was in a TP movie, Tyler Perry's Acrimony.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Coffee and Kareem.
Proud Mary, where she did indeed kick ass, but I don't
That's
know.
where she played Tina Turner, right?
No,
No.
nothing to do with music. She was
Proud Mary wasn't
She was
that
like the
bad.
black Charlize Theron in what's it called, The Old Guard.
Proud Mary was okay.
And then she did not one but two Think Like a Man movies.
What?
What?
And that Think Like a Man 1 and 2.
Okay.
And
I
then
didn't even know about
let's
that.
Why?
not
Why?
forget
Why,
she
Santa?
starred with Will Smith's bratty little kid in the Karate Kid remake.
Did she? I did
God,
not
not
forgot
that.
She
about
was the
that.
mother.
Apparently, I'm just blocking out all that
Yeah.
stuff.
So yeah, I like her on TV, but apart from Hidden Figures, she should just stick to TV.
All right.
All right, number 2, one of my favorites,
Yep.
Anne Hathaway. Oh, Anne, what have you done? Always been one of my favorites. Maybe winning the Oscar kind of went to your head.
Maybe.
Loved you in The Intern. Not much else. The one she just did called The Last Thing He Wanted got a 0% on the Rotten Tomato theater.
Wow.
Ratings.
And Bryce's boyfriend's on there too,
And she
in that
did
movie too.
Dark Waters, which also
Ben
was
Affleck.
apparently crap.
Not my boyfriend.
And I believe
You
The
wish.
Hustle was that stupid movie with what's her name?
It was like low
Was it Rebel
down,
Wilson
dirty
or something?
scoundrels.
But-
Or
and
what
then
is it called?
something
Dirty
called-
Rotten Scoundrels.
and she did
It's the female version.
Let's not forget she did Ocean's 8.
Oh
Did
God,
she?
yeah.
And the one which it was weird, I don't know if it was good or not, was Colossal. I mean, it was kind of weird.
Colossal
but
was great.
I liked Colossal.
I liked Colossal
She
too.
also did Alice with the Looking Glass. Like that's in the last 5 years, and it's like, yeah, she just.
Did
she
you
needs-
mention The Hustle?
Yeah,
I
but-
did mention the Hustle.
Can we mention it again? 'Cause
No,
it's so
it's
bad.
not.
I'll give one little spoiler. There's a chance that if someone pulls from my bag, they might get
might
the
get that?
hustle.
Oh,
That's not good.
So there's a reason why you
That's
may
not
not
this week.
want to take
All
that
right.
gamble.
Yoicks.
And number 1 is a doozy.
Doozy. I
You
love
might
it.
know what's coming.
I don't.
Eric Roberts.
What?
Okay, this guy has 583 film credits.
What?
Over 50 films still in production this
What?
year. This
He's
year.
a a movie whore.
He has 50 films either post-production or in production this year. Basically, he will start any piece of crap if you pay him. I.e. The Expendables. Bryce.
Oh yeah, that's right. We remember that.
Yep.
Either he owes
Like it
somebody a
was
lot of
yesterday.
money or he just has bad judgment. The list is way too long to start mentioning all these crappy movies, but because the show's only an hour long. But so Eric, just stop making movies, and that goes for your untalented sister too. Yeah, and this is only 5. There was a lot more out
Oh,
there.
no.
I'm sure there
These are
was.
just the ones that I picked.
Well, even some of like our
Yeah.
favorite actors
I
of all time.
I wanted to disagree with you,
Yeah.
but I could not.
Of course.
Everything you say. Actually, there's never been a Merman Minute where we've been able to disagree.
that's
It's all
true.
perfect.
Because I'm awesome.
It's true. He is
All right.
awesome.
What do
I
we got
love it.
now?
Well, we got the lists. So
The list.
I just want to remind, this is like, I think the maybe 4th or 5th week that Bryce has been promising. And in fact, if we go back and listen to last week's episode, I think he even swore if he believed in the Bible.
No.
I think he stood on a Bible and said, I promise I'm going to see these movies.
I don't think I did that, but I do
I'm gonna-
remember saying that I would
'Cause he would've-
definitely see.
he would've burst
the
into flames.
Karita movies, and I didn't agree that I was gonna definitely see the Oliver Reed movie, but I did say that I was gonna. see
You
the
did.
Karita.
And
I
you
don't-
should see The
I'm gonna
Devils
have to
first, though. You should see The Devils first because at least it's one movie. That's all you got to see. And if you don't think he's mesmerizing in that one movie, that's him in every movie.
But I want to watch the Karita movies more.
But there's 2 of them, and you can't even get one of them fucking done. You should probably at least get one movie done. Just do one.
Okay, I'm gonna
Go outside your box. and
I am
get
gonna
one.
guarantee that by next week,
Is there a Bible present?
either Oliver Reed or Karita, one of them
Will be
I'm gonna-
decided.
Decided.
Thank God.
Maybe both.
I doubt that.
Maybe.
Because we still have more from this week that you might have to see. So let's not keep banking these. You got to catch up, buddy. I'm going to keep throwing these at you until you actually...
So many movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that one's kind of...
I got to start coming up with more Mesmerized and Undoubted so that, you have to watch some stuff and catch up.
Well, I'm picking some stuff now that I have to watch stuff too, because I'm specifically picking ones that I haven't seen them all.
Ah, interesting.
So for this week, I have an Undoubted I'm bringing forward,
Yeah.
and I'm bringing 2 Mesmerized.
Well, let's in the tradition. Let's start with the Mesmerized.
All right. So the first one, which I thought she was already on our list, but apparently she's not, is Anjelica Huston. How could you not? I mean, she's captivating even just walking into a room.
She doesn't mesmerize me.
What? Are you the same way, Mer? Oh my God. She's literally, I would want to say she's in my top 3 favorite actors of all time.
I guess the big thing is I don't know if she's been in a lot of things. That's the thing. Like her
What?
career,
She's been in a lot of stuff.
She's been in a lot of stuff.
recently, like before 1980.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna bring up just
I only
some.
remember her from like it was the Addams Family. Was she in?
So
those?
she was just in John Wick 3, which was a Mondo.
Yeah,
She's in Isle of Dogs. I know it's not a real movie, but her voice
It's an
is even.
awesome movie.
She was in The Master Cleanse. She was in. It's true. She's been doing a lot of voice work for the last little while.
Well,
she
that's
was in
what happens.
50-50, which was a great movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and she was fine in it, but she's not mesmerizing.
She's mesmerizing in everything. I think you guys
Nah.
are fucking crazy. Choke, which was a terrible movie. Martian Child, Darjeeling Limited.
Yeah,
There's
and
just
she
so
was-
many things.
She was solid in all of them, but she's not mesmerizing.
Well, I think you both are crazy, but
Alright.
that's the way the cookie crumbles.
There you go. What else you got?
I also have. This is going way back. I'm gonna throw out Sally Field.
Yeah, Sally Field's mesmerizing.
I will absolutely agree with that.
All right, we got one.
even as
been-
recent.
Been in love with her since 1978.
Yeah, even as recent as that. What is it? My name is Doris.
Yes.
Did you watch that? Oh,
yeah, it was
so good.
super great. She
Yeah.
can carry.
Even at this
There's still some
advanced
bad
age.
movies that she's made, but she's
mesmerizing.
She's mesmerizing.
No, I totally agree with that.
Awesome. That was. Where's my easy button? That was easy.
One. Yes.
Okay, so this one, this may be a little bit controversial, but I think he's making some amazing picks. And that's Jaeden Martell.
I don't even know who Jaeden Martell is.
Well, then there's going to be a lot of movies that you're going to see.
Wow.
So I'm
going
gonna
to
go-
haven't seen his movies.
I'm gonna, and I haven't seen 2 of his movies.
I hate his name, Jaeden.
Sounds pretentious to me.
He hates you. So, 2016, we're going backwards. No, we're going to go forwards in this one.
All right.
His last movie he made was Knives Out, which was a Mondo.
Yep, Mondo.
For you.
The movie before that was It Chapter 2. So if you gave that a rage,
It's a meh.
okay, perfect. Agree. And this is the one I haven't seen. The True Adventures of Wolf Boy. Already I want to see it.
It does have an intriguing
It
title.
does, doesn't it?
I have not seen it.
Now, just for my purposes, because of what I've rated the next movie,
Yep.
it has to be a Mondo. So if it's not, he's not going to... We may only have to see one movie. The movie before that was Low Tide. He was in Low Tide, which to me was a meh. And if I remember correctly, it was a meh for you also, because we saw it together.
I did not like the movie. I'm trying to remember.
You didn't give it a rage. I'm pretty positive you didn't.
I don't think I'm really.
Are we talking
good
about
on
this
it.
actor, the kid?
Yep, that's the one I'm talking about.
I love him. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff. But
Yep. And then there's... Okay, so let's,
Right.
for argument's sake, say it's a meh.
Okay, meh.
And then The Lodge, which I thought was a Mondo, but if you think it's a meh, he's off because of that. Which we also saw in the theaters.
The Lodge was
Yes.
pretty good.
I thought it was a Mondo. Maybe? You don't remember?
No, well, no. I
The
remember the
Lodge?
movie. It wasn't a Mondo. It's a meh.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
That's it. He's out.
I'm just curious though. Keep on going because
Well,
I'm.
So his next one was It, the first one. When that one for me was a Mondo.
He
I
did
thought it
both.
was a Mondo.
He did
And I-
both.
It Chapter 2 was a meh.
I thought it was
The
meh.
Book of Henry, which I haven't seen.
Book of Henry was Mondo.
Okay. Well, there you go. And The Confirmation, which I thought was a Mondo.
I don't think I saw the confirmation.
Yeah. So anyway, he didn't pass But this is an actor we need to look out for because he's picking great films.
He was in a horrible movie, though.
Yeah, before 2016. He's made
Yes.
8 movies since 2016.
He's a hot commodity.
He's a hot commodity, man. This guy. He's also. I'll listen to your crappy
How old
movie
is this
pick.
person?
Not very old. He's got to be
Nah.
like maybe 20. I mean, you
Yeah.
saw him in Knives Out. He's the creepy kid that they think is going to be a serial killer.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
He was
Cool.
the kid from St. Vincent, if you
Right.
saw that.
I loved St. Vincent.
Yes.
Yeah,
too,
this
absolutely.
whoever is picking his movies for him.
Yeah, no, it looks solid. Maybe he might be a Mondo in the making, but
Yeah,
there's a few
he's-
in a row there that were meh for me.
Yeah, maybe I didn't. I think there's still hope. I'm going to go see that Wolf Boy one because
Actually, you have intrigued me.
Just because of the
sound like fun.
it sounds
Yes.
amazing. I can't see how old he is unless I'm looking up. So, okay, Jaeden, you got hope, buddy.
That's right.
So he's starting. If Wolf Boy is a Mondo, though, he may not be having to start too late because
Yeah. How
Low
many-
Tide and The Lodge were the last 2 mehs.
And how many after Wolf Boy?
So if Low Tide is a meh, The True Adventures of Wolf Boy. If it's a Mondo, and then It Chapter 2 is a meh, Knives Out is a Mondo. So,
Alright, so
he's already on a roll still.
He's got 5.
He's got 5. He's only got to make 3 more. And by
you go.
he could make 3 movies in the next year and might
There
be
you
back
go.
on the. He might make the list.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, that's it for the list this week. I assume you guys don't have anything because you're slackers.
No, of course.
Okay,
Totally
perfect.
slacking.
All right. Last time on Rage or Dare, Jim had to see Ride Along for the second time. Is Kevin Hart working his way into the doubted list? Or can Ice Cube save the day? This week, both Jim and Bryce will have to decide to rage or dare and pull from my sweet, sweet bag. Let's check in with Jim and see if his love for NWA and Ice Cube makes this a bust for his raged pick, or does Kevin Hart do what he does best?
Okay, so Ride Along. Quit looking at me like that with love in your eyes and rage in your
I am
soul.
just looking forward to hearing what you thought of Ride Along.
Ice Cube is so cool.
Isn't he, though?
Lots of shooty, chasey stuff right off the bat. So that was awesome.
Action-packed from the get-go.
I'm already excited.
Yes. And then,
First off, I'm not a fan normally of buddy films.
no.
No, I hate buddy films. I hate everything buddy related unless they're done really good.
Like,
Second,
yep.
the whole premise of this movie is stupid. Although there are some funny parts in it.
Are there?
Yeah, there's a few.
All right.
Just like all Kevin Hart films, though, this is so contrived and predictable. The only thing that could have made it any better is if our girl Tiff and TP were in it.
There you go.
Although the paralogue, and
Tyler
for those of
Perry.
you who listen to our podcast, we have a new term. It's called paralogue, which is where the dialogue is written by Tyler Perry and is completely bad. What happening here was epic. So this, in my opinion, is paralogue dialogue.
There you go.
Story, predictable. Paralogue was craptastic. Believability, not likely. All I can say is thank God I didn't pick Ride Along fucking 2. Because I'm sure that's double craptastic. Favorite line in the movie, my stomach in my ass.
Was that in the movie?
That was in the movie.
I can't even imagine what the context
Kevin
was,
Hart
but-
got punched
I am
really
sh-
hard
I was
by
gonna
somebody.
say after
Oh.
some car chase or something. but-
Yeah, it was not.
And
This
his
was-
stomach is in his ass.
This is a stomach in my ass.
That is hilarious.
rage.
He is
You-
the king
it
of
delivered.
comedy.
And the saddest thing about this was I just watched this movie about probably 3 months ago.
Yeah,
On
to watch
I was
it
like-
again.
Yeah, I was just like, well, I like Ice Cube, so I was like, why wouldn't I want to see this?
Now you
Because
know
Ice
why.
Cube's now I know why. But there's a second one. I don't understand how a crappy movie can have a second one. Apparently, it does.
Yeah.
So yeah, you fulfilled your destiny. This was a fucking rage.
Nice.
All right, well, we now got to pick from Murray's sweet, sweet bag.
Do we?
Or do we want him to dare us this week?
Let's pick from his bag.
I haven't thought of anything.
Oh, well, that might have been better for us.
There you go. Now
Who
let's go
wants
to
to
the bag.
Go ahead.
I'll pick.
You do like touching his bag.
Okay.
All right, this week, we are going to have to see, in addition to Bryce watching some... Oh, this is going to be good.
I bet it's a
He's
musical.
laughing. It's maybe a musical or maybe it's a TP movie. What is it?
It's neither.
Oh, no.
It's a figure skating movie.
Oh, yes. That is, yeah.
It's The Cutting Edge.
That is
Oh,
correct.
my God.
Not just a figure skating movie, but a rom.
Oh, my
drama.
God. This could be the worst movie ever.
Oh my goodness.
You mean
gracious.
the best movie?
Did you?
Too big.
Sometimes I pull from the bag and I think, okay, there might be something to this.
Redeeming
No.
this?
There might be. There is no way.
Anything in this movie is going to be good.
I can honestly say I've never seen it, so there's
Me
a
neither.
positive.
Yep. I've never seen it either.
So you never know.
Murray, first off, do you love this movie?
I actually do. Okay, just to give some background to those who haven't seen it, it is a hockey player who has a career-ending injury.
I knew that about
who
it.
becomes a figure skating partner of this diva who basically keeps losing at the Olympics.
So isn't there a TV show about this?
I don't think so.
Blades on Ice or something?
Oh,
There's
no.
something like this. They have
Is there?
hockey players dancing with the...
Oh,
No,
so
there's
you
that-
might, but not.
There's
yeah,
that
okay.
stupid one with Will Ferrell, but this is nothing like
No,
that.
no.
It's on CBC.
Yeah, that actually. Now that you've mentioned that, that sounds
Sounds terrible, just like this movie's going to be.
But yeah, no, this is.
Well,
Yeah.
enjoy.
Okay, the cutting
The cutting edge.
edge.
I wonder if the hockey player and the figure skater will fall in love.
You'll just have to watch and find out.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Because it sounds like it's terrible.
Sounds all right, I guess.
Awesome.
The cutting edge.
Yeah.
Maybe wanting to cut my wrists halfway through it with a skate
I honestly
blade.
don't believe I'm going to watch this, but I'm going to.
Well, but here's the thing. If we
I
can't
have
find
to.
it for under $10, we won't be watching it.
That's true. I don't own it. Just so you know.
There we go.
Therein lies the rub.
Although I
we
think
might still win out in this.
I believe I
Yeah,
did
so-
see it on demand somewhere. So
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it's $11.99.
Yes.
I may go find it at the Walmart for $5.
Mary's going to go shopping this
Yeah,
weekend.
make sure we
Make
watch
sure
it.
we get it.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the extended Film Rage crew of Leonard Conlon for his artistic vision and photography via Leonard Conlon Photography. Listen to us on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and check out our website at filmrageyyc.com. We're always wanting your feedback to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment often. And I mean it this time. You guys comment often. Tell us stuff like who we should put on the Doubted, who should we put on the Undoubted. We want to vote on these things, people, so we all can let you all know. So please make us rage. Please, please. That's it for this week. Rage on.
Rage on.